Well, how we doing, everybody? Welcome back to Neighborly Homestead. If you're new here, appreciate you stopping by and appreciate you taking the time to click on this video. Our last video, you saw that we got our trees tapped, and right now on tubing we've got about 104 taps on that, and we still have to put our taps in. We've got some trees that we're going to do buckets. The kids like monitoring the buckets and claiming which one's theirs and all that kind of fun stuff, so we have a good time with it. But anyways, so we tapped on Saturday the 1st and Sunday the 2nd, and then the sap did start running like Monday a little bit. Tuesday it ran a lot better, and then Wednesday, and it actually ran all night Tuesday night into Wednesday and all day Wednesday. So it did stop flowing this morning. Today is Thursday. But we have collected about almost 350 gallons. We put the lines in the tanks on Tuesday afternoon. So today's Thursday afternoon. So in 2 days time, we've got about 350 gallons from 104 taps. So that's pretty good. Sugar's a little low. It's about 1.7% in the sap right now. That should come up as the season goes on here and things thaw out a little better. There's still some frost in the ground, and that'll help, or that'll bring the sugar down. So as that comes out, the sugar should climb. So I've got the RO running over here. I will go over that in a little more depth at another point, because I know some of you probably don't know what an RO is. I've got about 75 gallons of concentrated sap in my barrels on the floor here right at the moment. The head tank is full at 12 gallons, and I have the pans are pretty much full and ready to go. So we're going to get a fire lit here and get the boiling, and we're going to see how this baby works. So appreciate you watching, and stick around. Let's make some steam. We're going to let that get going a little bit. Probably close this door. We got smoke. We had 50-something degrees yesterday, and now we got snow. And it's like 22 degrees or 25 degrees out right now. So this here is an RO. And that big silver canister is a membrane. This one has 2 diaphragm pumps. Sap comes in pre-filter there from a tank outside. We'll go out there real quick. We've got this old milk tank. Line comes out through the wall. Got a valve there on the bottom. There's some sap in there, not much left. So what this does, The sap comes in the white line, goes through that pre-filter, and then goes through both of those pumps. Those pumps push it through that silver canister where the membrane is. That's running about 125 psi, and it forces the water that's in the sap through the membrane. So then out the blue hose here, we get what we call permeate, which is clean water. There's nothing in it. Out the red hose is what we call concentrate, which is the concentrated sap. So the sugar is concentrated. Right now, that system running at 50-50 flow is producing 50%, or the sap it's pumping in, 50% of it is going out as clean water, which I already have a full barrel here of clean water. And I have like 45 gallons of concentrated sap there. We've got like 30 or 35 in that one. So we're able to cut our boil time by 50% right off the bat without even lighting a fire. That thing is a huge time saver, a fuel saver, and possibly even a marriage saver. So I can go over it more in another video, but at least that kind of gives you guys a rundown. So if you've never heard of it before, you kind of get the idea now. So let me know if you got any questions down in the comments. It works a lot like an RO system. So the RO stands for reverse osmosis. Sorry, I didn't explain that earlier. But it works a lot like an RO system in your house. The difference being, in your house, you're drinking the clean water where there's nothing in it. Everything that it's filtering out is going down the drain. This is the opposite. We're saving all the minerals, all the sugar, everything that's in that sap. We're saving that as concentrated sap, and the clean water, which has absolutely nothing in it, we're putting that to use for cleaning our lines, cleaning our tanks, cleaning our pumps, and so on. So let's check on this fire and see how it's doing. I apologize for sniffling a little bit. It is cold. I've been outside all morning getting everything ready to go. I'm ready for this to get warmed up in here. Wait a little bit, kick that blower on. So you can see the sap line right there. And the reflection's bad. It's right there at my fingernail. And then you can see it in this one. So another thing I did, we got a little stand made for our draw off box. It's hard to, I don't have enough room here, it's hard to show you. But I got electric operated, solenoid operated ball valve. Excuse me. And this thing here will tell us what it monitors the barometric pressure. It'll tell us what temperature water will boil at based on our location and what the pressure is. And it'll calculate what the temperature of the syrup needs to be when it's actually syrup. So it flashes back and forth once in a while on the bottom. It tells you the pressure, the barometric pressure. But it also just said that water boils, there it is, water boils at 208.8. That means our target temp for syrup is 216.3, give or take a little bit. We officially have a steam room. Just starting to boil here in the front. That boil in that flue pan is unbelievable. It's boiling at the back. Now, I have the draft door open a crack. Oh, fell off. Had a piece of cardboard. I'm gonna just try closing that off a little bit. See if it helps. We got a good boil at the back. And that splash there is just unbelievable how that comes up so high. That's how quick we're coming in the the float box already. There's the steam coming out. Pretty crazy. That'd make a good Christmas card. Check this tank. It's going down. Standing in the fog. Now, hey, where are you? Who's in here?
Ah, hi.
Can't even see it.
Nope. Looks good.
Oh, the cardboard fell off again. That's why I need a bigger piece of wood. All right, everybody. We'll give a little update here. This thing makes some serious steam. And you can't see it. Every once in a while we get a glimpse of it. This is already turning a caramel color. This one you pretty much can never see it. And I am getting some steam out of the box in the back. So that's doing its job. We're almost 10 gallons in the head tank at the moment. We are cooking right at about 30 gallons an hour, which is awesome. I'm super happy, very impressed with this thing. These pans work amazing. I pretty much have been running it with the ash door cracked open, and I can't get the camera low enough. I got just a piece of cardboard with a piece of wood leaned up to the fan to block some of the airflow off, and that seems to be working. So I think what I might do is try to make a little plate damper or something that'll go over that. The other blower that I initially bought and went to try on there had one. I just want to make a plate for this so I could swivel it in and out of the way. You could kind of adjust the airflow as needed. So we'll bring it back in a little while. Hopefully we're going to be making syrup here real soon. So pretty exciting. All right, little status update. It's still extremely steamy in here. Right now we're 1 degree off from draw off temp. I don't know if you can see that, guys. We already drew off syrup. Pretty excited about all this. The amount of steam. and the evaporation of this thing is just totally crazy. So I know you don't understand all my numbers. That's how many gallons I've pumped into the head tank so far, and I started keeping track of what time. Got that wrote in the wrong day, but we started our boil fire at 145, first draw at 433. That's huge. Our old setup, you boil like all day before you even got anywhere with drawing anything off. Still got about a half a barrel concentrate there, and that one there is full. We got a few more hours to go. We're running right at like 30 gallons an hour on the nose, which is just awesome. You want that to be on the 7 to draw off, which is pretty darn accurate to what this box says too. And the smell coming off this front pan is incredible. Okay, there's the draw. It's opening up. We're going to try to check the density here. It's not long enough. Oh, it's still going. We want to try to monitor the temp of that draw, because it'll rise as you're taking syrup out. Gonna hang this here, let that equalize a little bit. According to this, we're a little light.
Second draw. Second. Very good. Got on second time. I don't believe you.
It's more than second, but not enough for it to.
I do. Yeah, me too.
So for some reason it's opening really light. Because we're at 57. This is saying 60. Alright guys, can you see that boil in there? And once again, I'm actually on the verge of shutting down here. Marvelous bubbles. That is the sweetest smell ever. So we ran everything through the RO. It was about 1.7%. Sugar going into the RO, and it was about 3.5% coming out. And it worked out exact, which like never happens. 173.5 gallons of concentrate today. I started the fire at 1:45, and right now it is 8 minutes after 8. And that right there is all the sap I got left, which is 2 gallons, about an inch. So this milk pail, you can see that it is filled higher. It's higher than the widest part, so it's probably about an inch or so up So I am not sure how many gallons that is. Brandon Hode, maybe you know. How many gallons does one of them pails hold? That's a De Laval pail. I'm thinking maybe to the top it might be 5 gallons. So if that's the case, there might be 4 gallons of syrup in there. So, show you what the fire looks like. Not much of anything in there. I'm just trying to get everything the last little bit to boil, and I'll put some water in the warming pan. That's my plan anyways. Put some water in the pan and shut the valve just so it doesn't burn the pan. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for now. I will most likely bring you back for when I don't know. I'll figure that out. I most likely will bring you back to show you what we got for finished syrup from this round. It's supposed to be cold the next few days, so the sap's not going to be running. And it'll give us some time to get this filtered and bottled and all that stuff. So, but if this is the end, I appreciate you watching. Hit that thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below and tell me what you think of the new rig. And but most likely I'll bring you back at the end, show you what we got. But thank you. See you later.